So I figured I'd do a little boss ranking of the bosses from Undertale. They'd be judged on many factors from difficulty to vibes. A lot of wiggle room with some of these fellas, but let's get into it. Number 11, Omega Flowey. Honestly just loses points for being ugly as F, which is kind of the whole point of this boss. To be a jarring experience. And kind of has cool moments, especially when the other souls team up. I will say, it's kind of annoying that this boss is mandatory when doing a pacifist route. Like, I'd be sparing all my enemies, befriending all the NPCs, but I just can't have that call from Undying until I beat this Omega Flowey. Like, first time I played this, I did kill some people, which made it kind of deserve to get this nightmare boss. But on subsequent playthroughs where I actively try to do the right thing, it just feels more like something to get through more than anything else. Anyway, 10, Mad Dummy. It's kind of interesting for this point in the game, where tutorial and papyrus are encounters you can't die from. Mad Dummy totally is one. It's kind of fun using his weapons against him, and him getting progressively more angry. Honestly, just as low as it is because other bosses have stronger characters. 9, Miss Muffet. Kind of a fun boss, dig the vibes. The way the soul moves very laterally. Spider Girl, kinda cute. It's a boss that you can cheat by just getting a spider donut back into ruins, which I normally do during subsequent playthroughs, but kind of fun for what it is there. 8, Papyrus. I question counting him because you can't technically die to him, and it's never one you could just cheat. But you know, encountering the blue soul's kind of fun, and testing out some of the jumping mechanics. 7, Undying. A boss where you just have to run away when you can, which is kind of funny, but it's kind of cool using the green soul. 6, Asgore. Hardcore fella who takes out the mercy bar. You can feel a lot of this dude's conviction and weight. You gotta fight him, but maybe there's a chance you could spare. Now 5 and 4, the genocide bosses. Undying, the Undying, and Sands. They're among the harder bosses in the game, and I like more showing the conviction of the characters rather than actually beating him. Heck, I only ever actually beat Undying just so I could get to Sands. Undying the Undying gives more hardcore conviction vibes. Sands is more of a goofy fella, but goofy fella who hates your guts. They worth trying, but far from status quo. 3, Toriel. I did consider not counting this, since it ultimately just amounts to keep sparing. But it is kind of a good test for the player. First time around, I killed her while eating the butterscotch pie. Then after that, I immediately restarted, actually successfully sparing her, feeling the heartbreak of leaving her. Then Flowey freaking taunted me for killing her in the first place. I think it's just a good test for the player, learning the mechanics of the game. Number 2, Mettaton. This dude was a real menace throughout all of Hotland, and what ultimately elevates this boss for me is the strategy, as ultimately the goal is raising your rating. You know, there's various things to account for, like make sure you type legs within the essay section, eating a Glamburger, or heck, doing poses while at low HP. It's also fun looking at fan animations of this fight. Like, it could be a real spectacle of these two goobers dancing off. Fun stuff. We've grown so distant, darling. How about another heart-to-heart? And number 1 is Azrael Dreamer. Not the hardest boss in the game, but feels like the most fun spectacle. And Doe's T-Man just goes so hard. Like, there's just a lot of fun thematic layers about friendship and unity. Like, ultimately, it's giving your goat friend one last fun hurrah before disappearing. Good wrap up for the best run of the game. Anyway, that's my rank for bosses. What are your ranks for bosses? Prefer more or less? Feel free to let me know, and cheers.